funny how they're all supposed to speak like that. All right, Larry, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
It is 5:15. Steve is not able to make it tonight, so we'll continue on. We don't see Jill, but we do have a quorum, and we can go proceed. First order is the approval of last month's minutes. Assume everyone's had a chance to review those and any corrections or additions anyone would like to make. If not, we'd entertain a motion.
I'll motion to approve minutes from June.
I'll second.
A first and a second, and all in favor? Say
Aye.
And those opposed. Second, unfinished business, Larry.
Yeah, I do have something here I didn't write on here, but I wanted to just give you an update on the playground at Kittyland. We had removed the old playground, as Sean mentioned. We have the Whirl, which is a ADA accessible merry-go-round. That's installed, but we're waiting on the edge piece. I was told by the distributor today that we should be hearing from the trucking company the first of next week, so hopefully we'll see that within the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we can get that installed right away. So I just wanted to give you.
And where is it? That's at Kittyland over at
Kittyland,
Central
yeah,
Park?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. That's where the bright orange fence is around it, so, but,
So I can go over there and play on the merry-go-round after the meeting tonight?
well,
Oh, no, not yet, not yet.
not yet. But, so hopefully we'll have that soon, and then we can get that installed right away, and then they can do the port in place, and we'll be good to go. And we'll plan a ribbon cutting for that once it's done, so,
Anything
yep,
else?
no, that's good.
Okay. Going on to, anyone else have anything under old business? Oops. Okay, we'll go to new business. And Corey,
Yes.
would you like to come up?
Hello. Corey.
Good
Thank you
evening.
very much for the opportunity. I'm Corey Hams, I'm with the Pasco County Convention Visitors Bureau, and I am here to request the permission from the board to use a drone over the country concert on Friday during the great event, this wonderful number of visitors that are coming in. We would like to use permission to be able to capture the number of visitors that are there for our own usage and, of course, supply this imagery and video footage to the park, to Stephanie, to your team to be able to use as well. We are partnering with Dream On Studios as our vendor. They have advised that we would not fly over any crowds. So the goal would be they would go no higher than 400 feet, but it would be above 100 feet. The goal would be to probably launch the drone remotely from the beach launch behind maybe Center Park Pavilion area and kind of try to capture from that direction the crowd up and down. So we want to use this for promotional tools on our end, moving forward, images we have, we're much older, we want to capture the great number of people that do attend the country concert. So, that is my big request.
We did reach out to the bands, Stephanie did, and the bands have approved this, so we're not in any violation of the contract there. So I think it's a great opportunity for not only Corey, but for us to use it as well. You know, if it's a great picture, maybe it's a rec guide picture or something like that. I mean, it's a win-win for both of us, I think, so.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
We're hoping to
Yeah.
use this in our visitor guide, our
Mhm.
2026 visitor guide. We're
Yeah.
in that time, it's a long process. We're hoping to use that to be able to capture the great things that go on in Pasco County.
Yeah.
And just to note, the video footage, and I know we received permission, just so you are aware,
Yeah.
it will have no sound. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we won't be recording the artist. I know that's part of
Yeah.
your contract with them.
Yeah.
So just to reiterate that, won't have any sound. We'll put our own sound or voiceovers to that, or what you guys would like to do, so that's the goal.
And you said you're not flying over it, you'll go do the periphery
Yeah, so
of
it
it.
would,
Okay,
exactly, so it would be like an orbit
Right.
around. My goal is to try to get high enough to see the crowd while capturing the stage.
town
without
and
really
everything,
seeing
yeah.
faces, so we're not gonna be seeing faces.
Yeah.
But the images, we have a ladder on the ground, which I do have a lot of visitors that would like
Yeah.
to see it from a little bit of an aerial
Yeah.
perspective, so.
Okay. Any questions? Sounds like a win-win for us, and
Yeah.
we can use that later on in our promotions, and very good.
Yep.
Any
Sounds-
questions? And would need a motion, I think, and
sounds good to me. I think it's just you and me tonight. So we'll take turns, right? It sounds good to me. I make a motion that we approve the usage of the drone by the CPB.
we have a motion, a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion and a second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
And may I also add, thank you to the Parks Board and Warsaw Parks Department for all that you do to promote Warsaw and Kosciuszko County area, to visit visitors and residents. We couldn't do what we do without you providing great quality of life and quality of place programs to visitors and residents. So thank you for all you do to keep those parks awesome.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Yep,
it.
thank you.
Okay, tonight is the night we all kind of look forward to. Larry, we'll turn it over to you.
All right, we'll start with the first budget, the 2204, which is our operating budget. I think it's easier to follow me on the budget explanatory sheet there. If you turn back, there's an explanatory sheet that starts.
Okay. What, about 5 pages from the back?
Yeah, starts with personal services. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Are you on the right one, Larry? Make
Nope.
sure it's the 2204.
224.
Right behind the grids.
Yeah.
I'm coming. One more.
One more. There you go.
There.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So we'll start there. Personal services, we were instructed to put $1,600 per employee for the increase. So this reflects 3 salaried employees and 17 hourly employees, plus our 30 seasonal employees, overtime and longevity. So that comes out with $1,342,000. Insurance, we were given numbers to figure that for the 20 full-time employees, and of course, per FICA and unemployment, those are just numbers that we, based upon the salary and wages that are a percentage of that we have to put in there. So a total of employee benefits is $713,000. And then we have our cell phone allowance. There's, I think, 5 of us that get cell phone allowances on different scales, depending on how you use your phone. So overall, the total personal services is $2,057,500.
Do you want these, you want to wait till you go through all of
Yeah.
them or do
Yeah,
individually?
no, we can do.
Question, Larry, on
Yep.
the 1,600, has that typically in the past been a percentage?
It has been a percentage. We went through a wage committee, and they decided that 1,600 per employee would be more across the board. So for instance, a person that's been here 20 years as opposed to somebody that's been here 1 year, if you do a percentage basis, the 20-year person is going to get a higher raise than the 1 year. So they wanted to go 1,600 across the board, so all employees got that raise at the fairness. So,
Thank you.
yep. All right, we go to the next page, supplies. This is a 0% increase. We feel we can stick with that. Operating supplies, the same thing. I know some cost have went up, but we've been pretty frugal in supplies and keeping our supplies up and repairs up. So I think we can make it another year without increasing that. Same thing with our repairs and maintenance. They kind of go hand in hand. The 2,200 and the 2,300 category kind of go hand in hand. So, and then we've got $500 for snow removal meals if we need that. We haven't had to use that for several years now, but it's always nice to have it there in case we have some all-nighters. So the total supplies is $279,500. That's a 0% increase. So Then we go to personal services. We've got janitorial services, all these agreements for HVAC, water heater, sprinkler systems at the park office, at the Center Lake Pavilion, at the Pete Thorne Center. So with all that, that's about $48,000. Then we have the lake associations, the Pike Center in Winona, that's $7,500. And then, of course, we get into the tree service stuff, the geese removal, the cameras, updates, inspections, things of that sort. So the last thing that's really changed on here is we have an engineering cost to expand the campgrounds. We would like to see about what it would cost to expand the campgrounds just north of the fireman's fence there, the area that is grass there. There's been talk for years to expand that down there. We think we can get another 8 or 10 sites down there. But I finally want to have an engineer actually look at that and see what we can fit in there and how it all works. And possibly in 2027, look at implementing that. So,
If we do that, what is the return on investment of that if we add 10 sites, campsites to that?
well,
list?
potentially $2,500, $2,600 a year per site
Per
if they're
site.
seasonal.
Okay.
If they're monthly or weekly, which could be an option, it could be more than that. So, yeah.
And those sites would be full service.
Yes, yep, absolutely. The campgrounds is one of our biggest revenue makers, so I think this is another way to generate revenue. So it's a 31% increase from last year, but 25,000 of that is for the engineering cost to the campgrounds, and the rest of it is just an increase due to higher service costs from last year, so. Communication and transportation, we're keeping that the same. That's basically postage. Our Verizon plans, that's our, we use that for our MiFis, for our cameras, where we don't have wired internet. We use MiFis. I think it's like $29, is that right, Suzanne? $29 a month to have those MiFis. So that's really cheap security in the camera system, and it's paid off a lot. There isn't hardly a week goes by we don't get a call from the police department or somebody that said, hey, can we review this footage? So it's paid off. But that's a 0% increase there as well. Printing and advertising, Stephanie's did a great job on this with the recreation stuff, making these dollars go as far as we can. So we're going to keep that the same. Insurance, we were instructed to put a 12% increase there. And then also in workman's compensation. So those were instructed by the clerk's office. So utilities, we're proposing a 3% increase there. We're seeing a little bit higher than that, but we do have some extra funds that we think we're going to maybe be all right, and we continue to make changes to make things more efficient. We've got a great electrician on staff that helps us out with that. I'm putting a plug in for Corey's husband. But I think we'll be all right there. So that's a 3% increase on that. Repairs and maintenance, contracted expenses, building structures ongoing, pest controls at the Pete Thorne Building, our office, the Center Lake, Zimmer Biomet Center Lake Pavilion, and all the cabins at Lucerne. So. And then we have the contractual agreement with the with Anderson's for the satellite beds within Central Park, and then of course our stagehands for our concerts, repairs to any blocks or concrete that we need at Central Park. And we still have the sidewalk replacement in here for $40,000. As you know, we've got that in our budget for this year, and after August 1st, when the programs are done, Fender Brown is going to start on the big circle at Central Park. We're going to do the west side that's always kind of underwater and everybody's walking through the water. So that's going to be done. So we'd like to carry that out and do some more sidewalk work within Central Park.
So the side that is a real problem will hopefully be repaired before the Christmas
Yes.
slush that
That's what
usually happens.
That's what we're
Great.
hoping. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then miscellaneous truck repairs. So this is actually a 30% decrease in this category because we had some bigger ticket items in that. So we're down 30%, 143,800 in that. Rentals, This is a 10% increase, and that's due to uniform, rugs, and rags increases in our uniforms. So not much we can do there if we're providing our employees with uniforms. So then we go to other services and charges, 0% increase in this, and the main ticket item in that is the entertainment, our country and rock concerts with the $90,000 in there. And then, of course, AwardCo, this is our employee recognition system that's been a big plus to us. We want to keep that the same, and this gives us the opportunity to reward, our monthly employees. It gives us a chance to reward if somebody does something good within our department, whether it's, helping somebody across the road or doing a kind deed. I also have the ability to, if somebody from another department does something nice, I have the ability to award them as well. So it's really a good citywide recognition program. So we're happy to have that. So the total of other services and charges is $693,800. That's a 2% increase. Any questions on that? Okay, we'll move to capital outlays. This is improvements other than buildings. We didn't have this category last year. We are putting $230,000 in there for the skate park construction that we talked about, moving it to the Richardson Savoy Park. We're hoping that we could match those dollars with grants. It's about between a $400,000 and $500,000 project. So we'd like to put that in there. And as we'll see later, I did not put in playground equipment for 2026. So that offsets about $90,000 of that. So go to machinery and equipment. We're still looking to get a truck to replace a 2016 truck, sticking with our master plan on our 10-year maintenance plan. Of course, the Bobcat trade that we do every 2 years. The other big ticket item in here is our tractor loader. We use this every day, almost all day, and it's a 2009. We would trade that in and get a new one, and I've budgeted $100,000 for that. So, riding mowers, continuing on our 4-year replacement through our master plan, and then of course our weed eaters, push mowers, things of that sort, and then our ramps and stuff replacement at the skate park. And hopefully if we get permission to build a new one, we won't need that anymore. We won't have those repairs and maintenance headaches out there. So it's a 20% increase, and that's basically a $180 differential. Excuse me, that's 183. That's the difference there is the difference in the tractor is what that is. But the total capital outlays is $413,000, and that's about a $180,000 difference from last year, but that's due to the proposed skate park, which is 78% of that increase, and the rest is for the tractor. So our total proposed budget is $3,443,800, and that's a 6% increase from last year. With that being said, 2% of that increase is employee wages and longevity pay, and the other would be a 4% increase comes from the skate park, which is $139,000 of that. So we kind of held the line here other than the skate park project, and we're trying to apply for all the grants we can to get that to offset that money. But I think we've been very frugal in budgeting and trying to hold to it. So if there's any questions, I'll surely try to answer them.
Will the skate park, will that come down to the number of grants that you're able to obtain?
We need to match what we budget to obtain the project. So, we've reached out to, we submitted one to DECO. We're going to reach out in 2026 to the K-21 Foundation and the Kosciuszko Community Foundation as well. So we've had some early discussions if they would be interested in that. The K-21 actually did write a grant for this in 2019. And they supported the project, but we did not receive the DNR grant, so we couldn't go ahead with the project. So we're making another go at it, as we talked about in a future park board meeting, and hopefully we can get it done this time. I think it'll be a benefit to our community. It'll give people that skateboard downtown and in places they shouldn't be. I mean, we're 2 blocks from it. It gets it out of bogs, makes it a more visible place. It's easier to access it. Plus, we won't have all the repairs and maintenance from the old equipment out there, and it won't be supervised, so we won't have to hire a supervisor out there. It'll be an open skate park from during park hours. So I think it's a good project.
Remind me where we're.
At
going with
Richardson
that.
Avoy,
At
which is
Richardson.
Liz Fraser's field, and I haven't forgot
Right.
that. We're going to address that if this project comes to fruition. We'll certainly get with her family and address
Right.
that.
Good.
Yeah. Any questions?
Do you want a blanket approval or go?
I'd like the 2204 budget approved, and that's what we just went over.
So,
Any other questions? I think, given that the environment that we are in, to keep most of these at the rate of increase that you kept, which is mostly nothing. And as you said earlier, the rates, the increases are are mostly mandated
Yeah.
by the clerk's office or insurance, which we really can't do anything with, and so.
Yeah, we were asked by the mayor to kind of, he's in supportive of this project, the projects we're trying to do, but in the same token, because of the property tax shortage that we're going to be under, and then the local income tax that could affect us in 27 and 28, we're trying to be mindful of what we can keep going and just stretching our tax dollars as far as we can.
And that
So-
potentially could be pretty significant, could it not?
It could. I've seen figures from Baker Tilly. I mean, it's $2 to $3 million it could be in local income tax for the city. So I'm sure it'll affect all departments if that happens.
Yeah.
So we'll just hope that the state legislators get together and we don't have to face that, but we're aware of it, so.
So you need
Questions,
it.
comments, Michelle?
I was just gonna say, you need a motion to approve.
Yes.
So I would move that we approve the proposed 2026 budget 2204.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the budget as presented by Larry. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we'll go to the 2211. This is our non-reverting recreation budget. This is the one Stephanie uses. So total supplies is $15,250. This is supplies for the all the programs and events that she does. Does everybody understand what non-reverting means? So basically, they're putting on a program, they're charging fees. The fees go back into this non-reverting budget, and they're used again. So that's how it kind of works. And then we go to printing and advertising. We kept that the same. Then other services and charges, we raised that a couple $1,000 just because the entertainment and contractual expenses. So that was $12,100. So a total budget of $27,350. As of June 3rd, there was $51,325.05 in this non-reverting fund. So I always try to keep it at around 50% that we spend and 50% we keep in there. And to be frugal, but yeah.
So when you say, that you raise the money at the events and then it can go back and be used again, can it be used again in that same budget year, or does it have to go into for next year?
It goes into the next year's.
Okay.
Yes. So whatever we budget out of this fund, that's what we get to use in that year.
It was raised
Yes.
this year.
But as I said in June, and this is back in June 3rd, we haven't got all of our programs or anything in. There was $51,325 in there, and we're proposing to budget $27,350 of that. So we feel we can still provide, quality programs and adequately do what we need to do.
We have a motion to accept the recreation budget 2211.
I'll motion to approve the recreation budget 2211.
Motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we'll go to the non-reverting capital fund 4403 budget. This is revenue made off of the night youth cabin, the fireman's building, and our kayak kiosks, and paddleboard kiosks, and now our volleyball and cornhole board bag kiosks. So we're looking at contracted expenses there. We just put $30,000 in there just in case something from the electrical motors or HVAC systems or, anything that needs done within the building that we need contractual work there. We put $30,000 there. And then under equipment, the 445,300, costs related to the replacement of equipment in buildings and kiosk equipment, so we put $15,000 in there. So this would be like if a refrigerator or something like that would go down, or the oven, or a microwave, or anything like that, or we need a new toilet, or anything like that, that would be equipment that we could use for that. Or if we need life jackets, or new paddle boards, or anything for our kiosks, that's what we would use it for. So $45,000 is the budget total. It's a 19% reduction from last year's. And in this fund, we actually have $126,815. That was as of June 3rd. So we're not even near the 50% mark of it. I mean, we're about 33% in there. So, but we feel it's adequate in what we can do with it.
Questions?
So when we're over, or we've raised extra like that, does the money that go in for next year, or can it be used to, like in some of the areas where we had a shortfall, can it be used in those areas, or is there no crossing over?
For this budget?
Well,
All right.
I guess it's with any of the budgets, if the park has this money in this pot, can it be used over there where there's a shortfall, or no?
In some instances, you can. Others, it should be for those three entities,
Okay.
for the 9 firemen and stuff, but, yeah.
Any other questions? We need a motion then and a second to approve that Fund 4403.
I motion we approve the fund 4403.
I second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Good.
And that's all our budget, so thank you. I appreciate it. Yep.
Do you anticipate the city coming back and modifying these at all?
Well, we'll present it to the council. I haven't got that date yet, but it's usually in September. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's hard to tell, what they're thinking on their end, but I think we've been pretty frugal in our budget process, and I would hope that we would get it through as presented. Yeah, yeah,
I think, cut where you,
yeah.
unbelievable. Most of these are zero increases,
Yeah.
as we said earlier.
Yeah.
But to keep it at that rate, I think in the times that we're in, is
And we're seeing, like Corey mentioned, we're seeing a lot more use in our parks. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the Zimmer Biomet Center Lake Pavilion, I mean, there's days, we're having it 5 and 6 days straight that it's rented, and it's creating overtime, for employees, it's creating extra supplies, but it's also generating revenue. So, I mean, I hope that the council looks at the revenue we're generating to go back in there and say, hey, they need this to keep operating, so. Yeah.
very good, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess we're on to the maintenance report.
Yeah, I'll try to keep this quick for you.
That's all right. Take your time.
Park maintenance staff, we've helped set up and tear down the rock concert, and then also both of the wipeout events so far. I won't go into too many details. I'm assuming Stephanie's going to get pretty deep in those. So, but basically, most of the bigger events on the rec end, maintenance on the back end has a little bit of a hand in it, whether it's setting up or making sure electricity is working, just various things like that. So she keeps us kind of busy. She has some good ideas, keeps us humping. So it's always a good time. I'll tell you one thing, though, it's always very planned, so there's no surprises, which I really appreciate. We have, as Larry said, we have the merry-go-round installed there at Kitty Land. We're still waiting on the other structure to get here. Literally, once that gets here, it's only 4 holes in the ground and concreting it, so it should be a pretty quick process on our end. And then we'll be waiting for the poured-in-place surfacing. We are finished with laying down the millings and rolling the parking lot at the east end of Fribley Field. The football season, I believe practices start next week, is that correct?
Yes.
So we have it all ready to go over there for the parking. We're working currently on cutting back some of the overgrowth on the south end of the whole park there along the railroad tracks. And then we'll try to get into the wetlands a little bit there too to get the Phragmites cut
Sean,
down.
did you say that the striping is done too on the park? Are we striping that line?
Not yet. That is just millings right now. We're going to work that in. We've rolled it a couple times. We'll probably give it a few years, and then I imagine we'll ask Dustin down Street Department to pave it for us. So we're basically just setting a really good base right now to give them something to put asphalt on in the future.
I don't know if you've had a chance to go down there and look at it, but I think it's really, I mean, we've got, I don't know if it's half, but it's probably a third more parking than we had down there by squaring
For
that
sure.
off and doing that. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it looks pretty nice. so,
It's needed.
yeah.
Yeah, staying with Fribley Field, the street department helped us pour concrete around the concession stand there. We tore the old concrete out, and then they came in and formed and poured the concrete for us to replace it. They really are just better equipped for that big of a pour than we are, so it's nice that they offered to help and lend a hand there. We've replaced the roof on cabin 4, so now all 4 cabins out at Lucerne have new metal roofs. We also have put new metal roofs on the shelters in Central Park. Now, I believe we are all metal roofs on all of our buildings in the parks. And these have all been done by park staff, so we've saved money there.
I told our carpenters that they're leaving their legacy. In
Yeah.
50 years, they can look at that.
And I sure hope that it'll last till I retire.
Don't do it again.
Also, in helping other departments, our electrician has been up here to City Hall. He's had to run some new lines and outlets for some things up here. And he also had to install a new outlet at Street Department for a new compressor, or they relocated a compressor or something like that. So, touching on Street Department helping us, also on continued maintenance, just in general, I mean, we're still mowing, just general park maintenance. We've been super busy, as Larry touched on, with rentals, especially the pavilion. It's been pretty nonstop the past month. And I think we're going to be pretty busy the rest of this month and then possibly slow down a little bit. But the scheduling gets kind of tight when, cleaning pavilion, the guys are coming in at midnight on Friday or Saturday nights to clean that after an event for another event the following day. And, we expect the following day to have like a brand new building just like the previous day. So the guys are doing a good job at that. They've been really good sports about it, and hopefully people see that because it needs to be recognized.
I've only heard positive, I don't know about you guys, but I've only heard positive stuff. And we're still so early, I think, in people using it, that
Yeah.
many people have not seen it until they walk in for their event, and they're really pleased with
Sure.
such a great space. And
Yeah, it really
So
is. It really is
it's-
gorgeous. Lastly, with the weather and the heat lately, it's really shown where our irrigation is lacking. So we've been kind of working on that and catching up on it, and then we'll get it fixed. And it sounds like it's going to rain every day next week. So that's how it goes.
Let's hope.
Yeah. I think that's about all I got.
All right, thank you. Any questions? Okay. Stephanie?
Okay, like Sean said, we have been super busy this past month. I'll go back and touch a little bit on the rock concert. We had Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses, and Larry, Sean, and I sat down and we estimated about 4,500 people came to that concert. I personally enjoyed that concert. I thought it was a great night. They put on a very family-friendly show. We have been keeping the maintenance staff very busy with our wipeouts. So on Wednesday, June 25th, we had 262 participants. That's just people getting on that inflatable obstacle course. And we had probably almost 500 to 600 in the park. You couldn't fit another person over at Pike Lake Beach. And then on Thursday, July 10th, it was a little bit slower. It was Fair Week, but we had dozens of families telling us thank you for still having free events offered to our community, because a lot of families can't participate in the fair. You know, they can't afford it, whatever. So we had 134, and we had a new piece. Larry purchased a new trampoline for that day, and we didn't attach it to the obstacle course, so we actually had 2 lines going, and kids got to participate 8 and 10 times that day on different pieces of that inflatable obstacle course, which is great, because when you have 262, usually they go through maybe 3 or 4 times. So a lot of
And they
kids out
wait in
there,
line?
they wait in line, yeah. The parents are so excited for it because all of my lifeguards come to that, and they make sure everything's safe. We had 8 lifeguards working that. All of my recreation staff and myself are out there working along with the maintenance guys, you know. It's a team effort. I think that day I counted 20 of our staff members out there putting that together.
You had a TV station out there too.
We did. That was kind of a surprise to me. Larry called me and he's like, hey, you're getting ready for an interview. So, you know, I like to prepare myself for interviews
I think they
and
said,
radio
who do I
ads.
talk to? And I said, Stephanie.
It went very well. I didn't watch myself on that except for the little portion that Larry showed me. But we had 2 of the employees come out, and she ran the obstacle course, and they recorded her, and she's like, this is very challenging. And I'm like, well, I haven't tried it myself, but I agree, it probably is. So, which gave good coverage of what we're doing out there too. And they interviewed a couple of the kids and talked to the guards and different people, and they agreed it's a great event that we put on. So we're very thankful for that equipment. And then we had picnic in the park for the first time this year. That was something Lene and I wanted to do. Warsaw Missionary Church came out, made sure that all of the food was ready to go. We had yard games throughout the park, and then a family movie down at the amphitheater. And I would say 50% of the people that came were teenagers, and that really made me happy. And they were playing games. I popped popcorn and put together 250 bags of popcorn, and the teenagers were just coming in the cabin and saying, thank you so much, we had a good time. We had seniors out there for date night, and we had a lot of families with young kids. So I was really happy with that for the first year. I want to bring that back again next year. And then science camp, we had our first one on Monday. Larry's granddaughter did not want to leave. I heard she had a great time. Our recreation staff made that very special this year, and they put a lot of work into that. And we had all except 1 spot filled for all 3 of those weeks. So very hard work, you know, being put into that on my recreation staff side. And then next week, we have another new event. Mark's Ark Animal Show will be coming to Lucerne Amphitheater again, and Mark is going to put on an animal show and educate children on different animals. And I think that's going to be really fun too. That's free, and that's on Thursday, July 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. And then the week after that is Family Carnival, which I pretty much finished that up today, with the exception of a few volunteers that are still needed to make sure I can do everything we want to do. But the Family Carnival this year is on Friday, August 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. in Central Park. So a lot of things going on, and then my staff will be leaving me in about 4 weeks already. So I'm going to miss them. I've had a really good group of people working with me this year, which has also made my life a lot easier and better. And I've actually been going to some of the concerts this year with my husband and enjoying those. So it's been a great summer so far. And again, the maintenance team makes all of that possible. And Jeremy, he came in on Monday morning and just yesterday and said, what do you need for the concert on Friday? So we just check on each other and work really hard at making sure things are ready to go, so.
Was the picnic a free event?
It was
as well?
free.
And who underwrote that?
So we had a few different sponsors, Orthopediatric and Mariano over at State Farm. They've given me money to make sure we could pay for the movie and for the food. And Mark Snyder from Warsaw Missionary Church is amazing. He comes and brings a huge amount of people with him from the church, and they are going to partner with us again at Fall Family Fun and do their amazing corn dogs that everyone craves. So, and they're trying to think of a way that they can cook more of them faster, because the line goes from cabin 1 clear over to the restroom building. We bring in, for that event last year, thousands of people. So we're really reaching out and doing a lot of great free things and low-cost things, and we're seeing more and more people just come in for that, which I think is really important right now.
And the date of that again is?
For
Family Fun Fest?
the Fall Family Fun,
Well, yeah, that's where you say they're doing the corn dogs and the.
yes.
Fall Family Fun.
So that one is on Friday, October 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m., and that's at Lucerne Park.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Ready for other matters? Our June team member of the month is Isaiah Owens. Isaiah started, worked a couple summers with us, left, came back, was hired part-time, and became full-time in April of this year. Just an overachiever, yeah, a great team member, willing to do anything to help the team, and he was voted by his peers as team member of the month. So as you can see in the picture, he's happy, and then he gets a haircut on Monday. And I said, well, you should have got your haircut on Friday. You know, we've been good. But he's a good kid, and loves what he does, and he's a good addition to our team. So congratulations to Isaiah.
Yes, very good, thank you.
Yep.
Meeting review, questions, comments? I'd just like to say, I don't attend, unfortunately, many of the,
You come to light up the night and you help with all of
that's true.
the glow
Yeah,
necklaces.
when it's good and cold out.
The coldest night of the year.
The community is so fortunate to have the recreation program and the parks and what everybody does. Your staff, Larry, Sean, Suzanne, it's just amazing, everything that happens. And the participation of the community, I mean, it makes me proud to be a part of this community, but you make that happen, so thank you.
It really does take a team, and you know, we've got all cylinders of our engine hitting right now. I mean, the maintenance, I mean, Sean's had a great crew this year as well, and you know, I think our team Monday morning meetings and everything have really inspired our team to gel and understand the importance from one so-called department within our department, you know, that we're all one person, we're all one team, and there's not an event or a project or anything that goes on in the park that doesn't involve all of us. So we appreciate that, Larry. Thank you.
And I guess I didn't touch base on the country concert now that I'm sitting here talking.
Yeah.
I'd probably better touch base on that too. So we have the Confederate Railroad. It's 7 p.m. on Friday with the Kentucky Headhunters at 8:30 p.m. So when we're expecting a large crowd, this is the first time we've had 2 national acts coming in on the same night. So I don't feel like it was any extra work though, because they're both, you know, both bands are good friends. And I've talked to them on the phone and we're ready for Friday too. So I have the packets ready. My office is full with everything that we needed. I've touched base with Jeremy. I've touched base with Sean, and we're ready to go for that concert too. So if you aren't doing anything on Friday, come join us for the country concert.
Okay, very good. Any other comments, questions?
You guys you do so much. I mean, you think of the size of our community, you do so much and do it so well that it's just amazing.
Okay.
Really proud.
Anyone else? Okay. It appears we are pretty much done. We'll need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Dan. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
So Naomi and I were just